Krishna Maharaj.
Haribo.
Thank you for coming here to do an interview with us. So Maharaj, can you just introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay. I am Bhakti Vasudeva Swami. My professional name is Dr. Vasudeva Das. Dr. Vasudeva Das in the sense that I have a Ph.D. in applied management and decision sciences with a focus on leadership and organizational change. I have over 35 publications in peer-reviewed journals, and my focus is on integrating management science concepts and constructs with Gaudiya Vaishnava technologies in providing solutions to leadership, management, and social issues in the global village. Recently, I had research conducted and presented at the World Academy of Science, Engineering and Technology here in London, 28 June 2021. And that presentation, that research was on how chanting the Hare Krishna Movement helps to prevent financial fraud. And the team, because we are presenting this in at a forum where people normally don't believe in religion, so it's a little bit technical and scientifically presented. So the team is Sonic Therapeutic Intervention for Preventing Financial Fraud, a phenomenological study. But the whole content is about how chanting the Hare Krishna mantra transforms people's heart, that they become, distracted from becoming involved in financial fraud. I joined the movement in 1984. I got initiated, first and second initiation by Bhakti Vasudeva Swami, a disciple of ISKCON founder Chaya Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And I got my science initiation from Jayapatika Swami Maharaj. He was Holiness Jayapatika Swami Maharaj in Mayapur. So I was born in Nigeria. I joined the movement in Nigeria, but then I'm a US citizen. I got invitations to come to the US to make presentations at conferences, and then eventually I stayed in the US, became a citizen, so I've been living in the US over the years. I travel around the world, presenting Krishna consciousness in a very scientific way to the scientific world, and also going around to our different ISKCON communities around the world in helping especially the youths to reinvigorate their integration of studies and sadhana.
Thank you, Maharaj. So the next question is, what advice would you give to someone struggling to find a career path?
Career path, I think there's a lot of problem with a number of people struggling with career path. And I know that for you to be able to get a sense of direction in a career, you need to consult with a career professional. For instance, those who have studied educational counseling or professional counseling. In most cases, you'll find that we get the dictates of family members about what we should do, but essentially we should do what we have a soft spot for. In other words, things with the career that would not have to labor so hard to be able to become successful. Because if we follow a path that we have a soft spot for, career becomes so easy and we will enjoy it. And therefore, my advice is that, consult with a career professional to be able to get proper insight about what you need to do. And sometimes even people finish their master's degree and they don't know what to do. Like I remember, some cases you find the girls, they say, I don't know, I'm confused, I don't know what to do now. Should I marry? Or should I go to get a job? Or should I go for further studies? So again, it boils down to the point that we have some idea about what we want to do. And for me, I give a sense of direction to my followers in the sense that if you're a young person, I will advise you accordingly on what to do based on your potentials, your inclinations. Inclinations matters a lot, because if you have a particular talent inclination, you should pursue that so that you can excel in that very easily. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj. So how does a career actually relate to spirituality and Krishna consciousness?
How does career work?
Relate to spirituality
Oh,
and Krishna
yeah.
consciousness?
Basically, career relate to Krishna consciousness in a very sweet and amazing ways. I can give you an example of myself. that I can go to most places and introduce Krishna consciousness to people without any hindrance, because like I'm having two hats. I'm a career professional, I'm a scholar, I'm a research fellow, and at the same time a Swami, a guru, and a Sabha member, those who advise or review GBC resolutions. I'm also a member of the Sabha. So my career helps me to be able to make some input in terms of how organizations are managed and led, and also it gives me the opportunity to be able to introduce Krishna consciousness to an audience who is hitherto averse to spirituality or religion. So when you have those type of high skills, then it becomes easy for people to have access to you. Your professional colleagues will understand that, well, you have values they don't have, and you may not even need to preach to them. They just come to ask you how they can become a person like you. I've seen that in my own life. You travel to places, I meet all of these professors, and they are very much enthused to understand what is making me to be so happy, despite the challenges in academia. So yeah, your profession, your career will help you a lot if you channel it in Krishna consciousness.
So what specific careers are suitable to practicing spirituality? Like what specific careers?
Yeah, some people, it's a nice point. Some people, they think that if, for instance, if you have to go and do a PhD, it has to be in religion or philosophy. But my PhD is in applied management and decision sciences, and I've used it to be able to preach in amazing ways, because what I do is integrating the management science concepts and constructs with Gaudiya Vaishnava technologies in profiling solutions to leadership, management, and social issues. And that approach to spreading Krishna consciousness is so intriguing. When people don't even know that they're becoming involved in Krishna consciousness, they are taking it very sweetly, because the concepts and the introduction is so intriguing to them. But then they go deeper and they understand that they have to develop their spirituality, and that makes a big difference. So yeah, any career that you are involved in could be dovetailed in Krishna consciousness. In fact, Prabhupada said we should dovetail our talents, skills in Krishna consciousness. If even you're involved in a particular career that you may not directly use your skills in that career in Krishna consciousness, you can use your finances in supporting the movement. For instance, not everyone will go out to distribute books, so you can use your resources, your financial resources, to sponsor programs, to sponsor the publishing of books and all this stuff. Yeah, so every career is useful in developing our Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Maharaj.
You're welcome.
So this question is more about you, and it's about like if maybe this was before you joined Krishna consciousness or became a sannyasi. What career did you choose, and has that career helped in your spiritual life? And could you give some examples too on how it's helped?
Yeah, I was basically intrigued by the idea that one could become involved. If I'll give an example. When I was a young man, I was very much interested in becoming a scientist, because our era was an era of science, okay? But then, later on, I come to realize that, you have to pursue a program or a career that you're free for yourself to be able to do anything and everything that you deem appropriate. So then, I studied education and philosophy in my master's degree, and that helped me to be able to have a deep understanding about the advancement of philosophy for children, And because the children are the leaders of our society, the future leaders of our society. So I find it very important and intriguing to be able to help children in progressing in the march for progress in their social life, academic life, professional life, and also to integrate that with some metaphysical thoughts and ideas, and ultimately to come to the level of practicing spirituality. Yes, so initially I was involved in philosophy and education, but then when I came to on the path of Krishna consciousness, it became clear to me that I can use my skills in amazing ways. And so when I had to do the Ph.D, I had the commitment to management and leadership.
So if there's one piece of advice that you'd give to youth in Bhakti Vasudeva, which is a youth group, in doing their Krishna consciousness and balancing their school life and careers too, what would that be? Yeah,
it's a very simple formula, and I give this formula anywhere I go. People ask me, what's your best advice for young people? And if I even in India, I have a big program in Kolkata, that is a program. Some people come to interview me, and the same issues they ask. What's the advice for the young people in India? We run into a problem. What advice do you have for the youth of India? So, but then it's a different thing, because not all the youth of India are involved in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Here you're asking about the Panavasena, means the devotees who are, involved in Krishna consciousness. What advice? My advice is that it is very difficult. If someone who has not done it may say it's not difficult, but it's very difficult to do your studies and practice sadhana. But what makes it easy, a positive difference, is when you are meticulously and consistently managing your 24 hours effectively. Because why is that? See, in this age and time, we have all of these distractions. Not a major distraction, digital system, the smartphones, the internet.
Absolutely.
I've seen people who lost their jobs. I've seen people who fell out from school because of this distraction from the modern smartphones and the internet. So if devotees who are growing up can understand the dangers of spending too much time on the internet, if they understand the dangers of spending too much time on their smartphones, they can make a better use of their time in their studies and in cultivating the Krishna consciousness. So effectively managing their time is the watchword.
Okay, thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much for being part of this interview.
You're welcome.
Please bless and pray for us so that we may do something for Srila Prabhupada and for the great devotees in ISKCON.
Tatastu.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.